Have you ever laid in bed for a full 8 hours, eyes closed, body still, only to wake up feeling like you barely slept at all? You're not alone. In fact, more and more seniors over 65 are reporting the same thing. I sleep through the night, but I still feel exhausted when I wake up. And if you've been thinking that sleep equals rest, it's time to challenge that idea. Because here's the truth, just clocking 8 hours isn't enough anymore. Not after 65. Your body is changing, your brain is aging, and your sleep? It's not what it used to be. In this video, we're going to uncover the real reasons why so many seniors feel drained even after a full night's sleep. We'll dive into overlooked medical issues, nighttime habits that secretly sabotage your energy, and the powerful techniques that can actually restore deep rest. No pills, no gimmicks. So if you've been wondering, why am I always tired after 65, even when I sleep enough, stay with me. What you're about to learn might completely change the way you think about rest, health, and aging. Before we go further, take a second. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments below, and if these insights speak to you, don't forget to like and subscribe to support more videos like this one. Now, let's talk about the first hidden reason your 8 hours of sleep might be failing you. Let's start with what seems like a small detail, but in reality, it's a big deal: fragmented sleep. Just because you're in bed for 8 hours doesn't mean your body is going through the full sleep cycles it needs. And after 65, your chances of waking up multiple times during the night dramatically increase, even if you don't remember it. According to researchers at Johns Hopkins, sleep fragmentation is one of the biggest culprits behind persistent daytime fatigue in older adults. Your brain needs time in deep sleep, those stages where your cells repair, your memory consolidates, and your hormones regulate. But when your body wakes up every hour or two, whether to use the bathroom, because of joint pain, or even just a noise outside, your brain doesn't get a chance to go deep. So yes, you might be in bed for 8 hours, but your brain may have only spent 30 minutes in the deep restorative stages. And here's the kicker: this kind of sleep disruption doesn't just make you tired. It increases your risk of heart disease, depression, memory loss, and even mortality. Take the case of Mrs. Ellis, a retired teacher from Wisconsin. She thought her tiredness came from aging, but after participating in a sleep study, it was clear she was waking up more than 20 times a night. Her sleep apnea had gone undiagnosed for years. Now with treatment, she says she feels 10 years younger, and she hasn't changed anything else but the quality of her sleep. So if you're waking up tired, don't assume it's just normal for your age. It might be a sign your brain isn't reaching deep rest. And this brings us to the next surprising reason. Your circadian rhythm is shifting, and you might be sleeping at the wrong time. After 65, your body's internal clock changes. Melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy, starts releasing earlier in the evening, and your body starts waking up earlier too. This means that the old 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. schedule might not work for you anymore. In a study from Stanford University, scientists found that seniors who aligned their sleep schedules with their new circadian rhythm, going to bed earlier, waking earlier, reported better energy, fewer mood swings, and even better digestion. Let me tell you about Harold, 72, a retired train engineer. He'd been waking up every morning at 4 a.m., exhausted but unable to fall back asleep. Instead of fighting it, he shifted his bedtime to 9 p.m. He didn't add any supplements or medications, but within a week, he stopped feeling drained. Sometimes, the fix isn't adding more sleep, it's sleeping at the right time. But I know what you might be thinking. If I sleep early, I'll miss out on my evenings. And that's fair. But ask yourself this: what's more valuable, watching an extra TV episode at night, or feeling sharp, energized, and alive the next morning? Now, let's explore something even more invisible but deeply damaging: inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the leading reasons why seniors feel exhausted even when they sleep enough. Here's what happens. Your body is constantly fighting, even when you're resting. Whether it's due to arthritis, metabolic issues, poor diet, or even undiagnosed infections, your immune system stays on high alert. And that steals your energy. Doctors from the Mayo Clinic have explained this well: when inflammation is active overnight, it interferes with the repair mechanisms that usually happen during sleep. Instead of restoration, your body is doing damage control. Now imagine doing that every single night. No wonder you wake up exhausted. I remember speaking to a gentleman named Clyde, 78, who told me, "I sleep like a rock, but I feel like I've been in a fight when I wake up." Turns out his CRP levels, an inflammation marker, were elevated due to an undiagnosed food sensitivity. After changing his evening meals, reducing sugar and processed grains, his inflammation dropped and so did his morning fatigue. Sometimes what you eat for dinner affects how rested you feel tomorrow. So, if you're getting your 8 hours, but still feel like your battery never fully recharges, check your sleep quality, your rhythm, and your inflammation. Because here's the hard truth. Your tiredness isn't laziness. It's your body trying to tell you something. And the longer you ignore it, the harder it gets to fix. In the next part, we're going even deeper into why some bedtime habits, like your mattress, your breathing, even your evening light exposure, might be robbing you of real rest. But before we continue, if this video has opened your eyes, or reminded you of someone you care about, go ahead, like the video, and subscribe. It helps us bring more elderly reflections, elderly wisdom, and real, science-backed advice to more seniors around the world. Let me know in the comments. Do you feel refreshed when you wake up? Or are you still searching for that peaceful, energizing sleep? And most importantly, where are you watching from today? I'd love to know. Let's talk about something most people never suspect: your breathing at night. You may think your lungs are doing their job, but after 65, your breathing patterns can silently change. And if your oxygen levels dip while you sleep, even slightly, it can prevent your brain from entering deep, restorative phases. The result? You wake up tired, foggy, and sometimes with a headache, without any idea why. This is especially common in people who snore or have undiagnosed sleep apnea. And here's the kicker. Many older adults develop silent sleep apnea, meaning they don't have loud snoring or obvious choking sounds, but their oxygen still drops repeatedly during the night. Each drop jolts the brain out of deep sleep, even if you never fully wake up. Researchers from the American Academy of Sleep Medicine found that nearly 50% of men over 65 and more than 25% of women experience some form of sleep apnea. And most of them have no idea. Let me share a story. Evelyn, 69, always prided herself on going to bed early, no screen time, soft music, herbal tea, the perfect sleep routine. But every morning, she still woke up feeling groggy. Her doctor finally ordered a sleep study. Turns out, she was having over 15 episodes per hour of shallow breathing. Now she uses a small nighttime breathing device, and within weeks, she told me, "It feels like I finally woke up after years of half sleeping." So if you wake up with dry mouth, feel exhausted despite going to bed early, or if your partner says you stop breathing for short moments, you must get your sleep evaluated. Your energy depends on it. Now let's look at something deceptively simple but hugely powerful: your sleep environment. Too many people after 65 sleep in bedrooms that work against their natural rhythms. Do you sleep with the TV on? Have a nightlight glowing all night? Or worse, do you check your phone before bed? That blue light might be one of the biggest reasons your brain can't fall into deep sleep. Studies from Harvard have shown that exposure to artificial light, especially LED or screen light, reduces melatonin production by up to 80%. That means your body doesn't get the signal to rest, and your sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented. But it's not just light. It's also noise, temperature, and even your mattress. A mattress that's too soft, too firm, or too old can lead to joint pain, backaches, and restless turning. You may not notice it while asleep, but your body does. Let me introduce you to George, 74, from Toronto. He'd been waking up sore every day for years. He thought it was arthritis until he spent a weekend at his daughter's house and slept like a baby on her firm memory foam mattress. That one change, plus turning off his bedroom nightlight, gave him the deepest sleep he'd had in years. Sometimes the fix isn't medication. It's your environment. So here's what I suggest. Keep your bedroom cool, between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Make it dark, no glowing clocks or screens. And silent, use a white noise machine or earplugs, if you live in a noisy neighborhood. Another often ignored reason for poor energy after sleep? poor blood sugar balance during the night. When your glucose dips too low while sleeping, your body produces stress hormones like cortisol to compensate. And what's the result? Restless sleep, vivid dreams, or waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. with your heart racing. This happens more often in seniors because of age-related insulin sensitivity and inconsistent evening meals. Especially if dinner was too light, or if you had a glass of wine or sweets close to bedtime. Here's what one nutritionist from Cleveland Clinic recommends: eat a small, balanced evening meal with protein, healthy fats, and a little complex carbohydrate like a boiled egg with half a slice of whole grain toast or a spoon of almond butter on fruit. This keeps your blood sugar stable and reduces overnight hormonal spikes. Let's take the example of Diane, 76. She used to wake up between 2 and 4 a.m. every night for no clear reason. After adding a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt before bed and reducing sugar at dinner, she began sleeping through the night. Sometimes, simple food changes can do what no pill can. Finally, let's talk about your emotional state before sleep. Because after 65, your emotional health deeply affects your physical rest. Worrying about health, loneliness, finances, or even unresolved grief? These emotions follow you into the night. They keep your nervous system in a fight or flight mode, even while your eyes are closed. That's why many older adults say, "I'm tired, but I just can't seem to shut off my mind." Sound familiar? In these cases, the solution isn't in your bed, it's in your pre-sleep routine. Practices like slow breathing, writing down worries, or even listening to soothing music can dramatically lower cortisol and help the body slip into true rest. Take Arthur, 81, who lost his wife 2 years ago. His doctor suggested he write in a journal each night before bed. Not essays, just a few lines about what he felt, what he remembered, and what he was grateful for. Within a month, he was falling asleep easier and staying asleep longer. As he told me, "The pen became my sleeping pill." This is elderly wisdom at its finest, understanding that how you end your day often determines how well you rest. So let me ask you this: are you giving your body the chance to sleep? Or just expecting it to shut down without preparation? Are you creating peace before bed, or carrying your stress under the covers? These questions matter more than ever. Because after 65, good sleep isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. And restoring it might be the most powerful thing you do for your energy, your clarity, and your joy. When we come back, we'll look at the most unexpected reason why some seniors never feel truly rested, even when their sleep, schedule, and habits are near perfect. This final reason is often missed by doctors, but once addressed, it changes everything. If this video has spoken to you, or reminded you of someone you care about, go ahead, click like, and subscribe. We're here to bring real, human-centered advice, grounded in science and life experience. And I'd love to hear from you. How do you wind down before sleep? What's helped you rest better lately? Comment below, and don't forget to share where you're watching from. We're building a community of strength, peace, and understanding, one senior reflection at a time. There's one last reason you may still feel tired after 8 hours of sleep, one that often hides beneath the surface, and fools even the most health-conscious seniors. It's called sleep misperception, and it's more common after 65 than you might think. Here's what it means. You think you're sleeping deeply and continuously. But in reality, your sleep is light, disrupted, or missing essential cycles, without you even realizing it. In a study published in the journal Sleep Health, researchers found that nearly 1 in 3 seniors reported getting good sleep, but when monitored in a lab, their sleep was fragmented, shallow, and missing the deep stages necessary for full recovery. They had no idea. And yet, they all had one thing in common. They woke up tired, moody, or mentally sluggish, even when their sleep log said 8 hours. This disconnect between how long we think we're asleep and the quality of that sleep is one of the biggest barriers to solving energy loss in later life. And here's where it gets even more important. If we assume our sleep is fine, we stop looking for answers. We accept the fatigue. We live with the fog. And slowly, we begin to shrink our lives to match our energy. But it doesn't have to be that way. Let me share the story of Lorraine, 80, from Michigan. She was active, bright, and sharp well into her 70s. But over time, her days felt heavier. She stopped volunteering. Reading became a chore. She even stopped baking, something she had loved for over 40 years. Her doctor said her labs were normal. She was sleeping 8 hours a night. So she blamed it on aging. But her granddaughter, a nursing student, gently pushed her to wear a home sleep tracker. And what they found changed everything. Lorraine was spending almost 5 of her 8 hours in light sleep. No deep sleep. No REM. Her brain wasn't recovering. Her body wasn't healing. With just a few changes, adjusting her meal times, getting morning sunlight, and adding a simple magnesium supplement, Lorraine reclaimed her rest. She's back to baking now. And laughing again. This is the power of recognizing what your body's really experiencing, not just what the clock says. So what can you do to reset your rest in a way that truly restores you? Let's end with a few essential, proven actions. First, morning light. Spend 15 minutes each morning outside or by a bright window. Natural light helps reset your circadian rhythm, signaling to your body when to be awake and when to sleep. It's like hitting a reset button every day. Second, cut the evening clutter. Avoid emotional stress late at night. No news, no intense conversations, no thinking about tomorrow's bills. Give your brain space to soften. Try writing down your thoughts in a notebook before bed. Let them live on the page, not in your head. Third, support your minerals. Magnesium glycinate or citrate can calm the nervous system, reduce muscle tension, and promote deeper sleep. Always check with your doctor first. But this one simple addition has helped thousands of seniors regain quality rest. Fourth, move your body during the day. Walk. Stretch. Lift light weights. Exercise helps you fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and wake up feeling stronger. Even 20 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Fifth, listen to your patterns. Keep a simple sleep journal. Write down when you slept, how you felt the next day, what you ate, and what your mood was like before bed. Over time, you'll notice what works and what doesn't. This self-awareness is one of the most powerful tools you can have. And finally, be gentle with yourself. Aging doesn't mean you have to give up good sleep. It means you have to understand yourself more deeply. Listen to what your body needs. Adjust. Experiment. Stay curious. Because your rest isn't just about energy. It's about memory, mood, immunity, independence. It's about waking up each day not just alive, but ready to live. So ask yourself now, what's one small change you can make this week to honor your sleep better? What routine will you protect as sacred? Because your health, your peace, and your joy are worth that effort. If you found this video helpful, insightful, or moving, take a moment to like and subscribe. That small gesture helps us reach more people like you, those seeking real answers, grounded in elderly wisdom, inspiration, and a desire for a peaceful life after 65. And leave me a comment below, what part of this resonated with you? Where are you watching from today? Together, we're building a space where senior health is honored, where life lessons are shared, and where every story adds value. Here's to you, rested, strong, and fully awake to the life you still have to live. Now go reclaim your night, because you deserve mornings that feel alive.